Okay, so for my second period, Geometry 9, we've been working through algebra content now, and we're in Lesson 6, Day 1. You should have watched the video on Lesson 5 and got those notes on the order of operations and reminded yourself how to simplify and solve those types of expressions. Of course, be working on your Khan Academy work so that you are getting the extra practice that goes to support the work that you're learning about right now. Here we go with properties and quotients of powers. We got this idea around equivalent expressions, how we can modify an expression to make two things that are equal. And the beginning element of this should be something of a review, but it's a concept around what exponents actually tell us. If you're multiplying repeatedly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times multiplying, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these threes. An exponent tells us how many threes there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's your job to be able to identify the exponent based upon the number of times something repeats. Okay, that means 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 5 to the fourth power. You do that one, you do that one. So this takes us into some sort of rules, some properties that we can use, and so we'll explore powers of products. If I have 5 squared times 5 to the fourth, I can rewrite this, expand each expression into its factors, into 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So regardless of how many of these there are and how many of these there are, they're all the same number. So we can combine them by just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the trick that you should have recognized is that 2 and 4, if you add those two, they also give you 6. This is a rule that we can use. We can use this for like number 2, z to the third power plus z to the fourth power. Well, we can write out z to the third as z times z times z. We can write out z to the fourth as z times z times z times z, and that makes us see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as in 7 z's in the problem. That's because 3 plus 4 equals 7. Add the exponents when the bases are the same and they're multiplying. Here we go with the rule. When multiplying powers with the same base, how is the exponent of the answer related to the exponents of the original factors? So the exponent is the sum. And that gives us a rule. That x to the a times x to the b means that we have x to the a plus b. Whatever those exponents, as long as the bases match, we can do that with the exponents. Let's go ahead and go to page 2. Turn the page. So in this page, we have 18 to the fifth power and 18 to the fourth power. We could write out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 18s. That would be annoying, be too much. We could write out 1, 2, 3, 4 18s. But in reality, we're going to write down 5 plus 4 of them. So 9. Done. Please do number 2. Please do number 3. Number 4 is a little tricky. Instead of saying the answer is just add and add to get 12, now you need to recognize that you're going to add a number and a letter, a variable together, and the result has to be 12. So 4 plus some number is 12. Well, what is this number? Please find it out. Please do 5, and please do 6. I'm going to pause the video. I'll give you just a minute to pause and work through them. Big yawn. Here we go. Before you begin, and based on what you've learned already, what do you think will happen to the exponents if you divide powers and justify your response? So for step 1, write the decimal answers for 3 to the x when x equals integers from 1 to 7. What? Let's do this. Let's make a list. So 3 to the 1, which is 3. 3 squared equals 9. 3 to the third equals 27. 3 to the 4th equals 81. 3 to the 5th equals 243. 3 to the 6th equals 729. 3 to the 7th equals 7. 3 times 2 plus 2, 8. 3 times 2187. Check me on that one, but I think it's 2187. Okay, divide any two of the values on the list, making sure the dividend, that's the bottom, is larger than your divisor, that's the top. What is the quotient on your list? Quotient is the answer. So if I take 2187 and I divide by 27, do I get an answer that's somewhere on this list? Well, actually I should, because 2187 is 3 to the 7th, 27 is 3 to the 3rd, and so 3 to the 7th over 3 to the 3rd, we subtract the exponents. I should get 81 for an answer. So what we mean by this is that the rule for quotient of powers, something like x to the m over x to the n, the result is you subtract the exponents. That's our rule for quadratics. We're not done. We got more rules. Let's apply the properties. So I'll do one of them and you got to do the rest. But I'll start with this one. Number 1, because the expression has 30b to the 6th, b to the 5th. Let's see here, there we go. So I can first of all take the 30 and the 5 and I can divide them out to make 6. And then b to the 6th, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 b's. And we're dividing by just one b. So this one and that one, the whole thing crosses out. We're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. There's your answer. Extra practice, but notice that the 7s cross out. All right, please do the success criteria. Rate yourself. Give yourself a chance to think about what you need to do better. And then the exit ticket is a great question. The exit ticket is a great question that's going to be, smarter, balance aligned. So let's just think about it. And you should do work like this on the side, like scratch paper work, because there will not be paper or side work for you to use on the smarter balance. It's all on the paper that you use. So paperwork would be 3 to the 3rd times 3 squared. Those are the same base. So we can add the exponents. And if you add the exponents, you go 3 plus 2. That makes 3 to the 5th. Wait, that's not. It's supposed to be 6. No. It's supposed to be a 6. It's not. We did this perfectly correct. This is a false statement. One more. 5 times a to the 4th is being divided by a to the 3rd. Well, the 5 has nothing to do, so it's just going to hang out. But we take the exponents, 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. And anything to the 1 power didn't change. It's still a. So this is a yes. Please do these two just to finish the question out. This is the end of Lesson 6, Day 1. You should do the problem set for homework. All right. I will post Lesson 6, Day 2, probably a little bit later this week. And then it's your job to make sure that you go through the videos at home, get the notes done, and then come back to class with questions or be ready to work on anything Khan Academy or Google Classroom related. Okay, thanks. Bye.